Flyers fall 6-1, now trail 3-0 to the Washington Capitals in the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Patrick Glenn, and welcome back to the Orange and Black Attack. And on a night where we celebrate the life of Ed Snider, there is only one word to come out of this game, and that's embarrassing. Embarrassing for the team and embarrassing from the fans that were in attendance at this evening's hockey game. And I will get into that in a minute. Wonderful package to open up this game to celebrate the life of our owner, Ed Snider. Great video package, great light show. And the Flyers had to jump early in this game as Michael Raffl gets the Flyers on the board 57 seconds in. And you thought maybe this was going to be a totally different game, but no, it turned into an ugly mess. Capitals get a power play, and folks, their power play is just clicked. It is clicked as John Carlson takes a shot from the point, and it goes off of Johansson's stick and into the net, and we are tied 1-1. The game was back and forth early in this game until about midway through the second period, when about 8 minutes and 57 seconds left, Alexander Ovechkin comes off the bench and lets a lethal wrist shot go to give the Capitals a 2-1 lead going into the third period, and that's when the wheels would just fall off the wagon. The Flyers took dumb penalties. The Capitals just capitalized on everything as innocent bounce enough clear off the boards from Justin Williams, bounces in front, goes off of Mason's gloves, right in the front to believe it was Chimera. No, Kuznetsov jumps right in front to Kuznetsov, and he slips it past, and it was 3 minutes with 3-1 with about 18 minutes left in the game. And then the Caps will get another power play. John Carlson again having an outstanding playoff series against the Flyers. He scores. Then the Capitals again. The Flyers would take dumb penalties. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare would get kicked out of the game. And then Ryan White, and they gave a whole bunch of scrum happening. They gave nothing but penalties to the Flyers. Ovechkin scores on that. And who was it that scored their final goal? Jay Beagle scored another power play goal to make it 6-1 in the third period. And that came after a Flyers delay a game penalty thanks to the fans. You know, we sit there and we bitch and complain about how classless Pittsburgh was after they had the moment of silence for Ed Snider in Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh fan yelling Flyers suck. You know, we as Flyers fans bitch and complain about that, yet we're very hypocritical. When things aren't going our way, what do? We throw out bracelets that they gave for the electronic light show that they asked you not to remove from the seats. What do? You embarrass the team, you embarrass the city, and this is why we get a reputation of being the worst fans in the United States. This is why we get a bad reputation for this shit, because we do stupid shit like this. You know, Lou Nolan, God bless him for trying to get you guys to calm down, but you guys who were at that game, you were an embarrassment to Philadelphia fans at this moment. Now, for those who are not Philadelphia fans who are watching this right now, not all of us act like that, okay? Not all of us act like assholes, all right? We don't act like that. I would never, I'm frustrated that they were losing. This team is playing, they're not good enough. And it's a reason why the Capitals are the President's Trophy winners. The Flyers were not good enough. Yes, we had a nice little run and we got into the playoffs. And I said this in my last video and my couple videos before that. It's coming. You just need to be patient. It's a surprise that we're here, that we're even here. But for you guys to go out and act like that, it really embarrasses the city. And it puts another black eye on the city of Philadelphia of being bad fans, rude and inconsiderate, and very classless. Thanks a lot for those who were in attendance at this game who threw out those bracelets that the Flyers asked you not to take off the seats. Thank you for putting another black eye on the city of Philadelphia. Thank you so much. I am embarrassed to be a Philadelphia Flyers fan right now. I am embarrassed to be a Philadelphia fan right now. I'm a 4-for-4 guy. I'm a Flyers, I'm a Sixers, I'm an Eagles, and a Phillies fan. And I am embarrassed. I am embarrassed. Anybody who doesn't watch the Flyers and who is a Philadelphia Phillies fan or an Eagles fan or a Sixers fan should be embarrassed as well, because you are putting a black eye on this city on a night where we were celebrating the life of our owner. You guys go off and do that. It is embarrassing. And I am embarrassed as a Philadelphia Flyers fan. I am highly upset. I am embarrassed by the way that my team performed. I am embarrassed by the way that my playoffs, by my fans, fellow fans have performed and acted at last night's game. That was ridiculous. Tonight's game, ridiculous. For those who are going to Game 4 on Wednesday, please be more classful than the assholes that were at this game tonight. And I guarantee you, there was probably some Washington Capitals fans that probably threw those bracelets on there too. But I highly doubt that. Like, you can comment all you want. You can call me a bandwagon. I don't give a shit. But I'm a Flyers fan through and through. I bleed orange and black. And there's only a few things in this world that I give a care about. One, my family. One, my son. Two, my family. And three, my job, myself, and my girlfriend, Terry. Okay? I don't care that, and the Flyers. I have a few things in this life that I really generally care about, and the Flyers are one of them. I bleed orange and black. I bled orange and black since the time I can remember. Since I was at least 3 years old. That's as far as I can remember, back that far. I've been a fan for 28 years. I'm 31 years old, soon to be 32. I've lived through the Legion of Doom era. I've lived through the choke in '97. I've lived through the 2000 playoff run. I lived through the 2004 playoff run. We were all there for the 2010 playoff run. I have lived through all this in the last 28 years, and yes, we cannot still sit back on 1974 and 1975. Yes, those were cup winning teams, but the times have changed. And you guys have got to understand that Hextall is trying his best to get a product out on the ice that is going to be there to win cups within the next 5 years. And it is coming, but you need to be patient. Guys like Matt Reed and Scott Lawton, Andrew McDonald, those guys need to go. We're not going to win with those guys. I think somebody needs to sit down with Giroux and Simmons and Voracek. They can't do it all. I'm just frustrated. I'm embarrassed by the way that this team performed tonight. They looked like they had the jump. They have outplayed through 2.5 games of this series. They have outplayed the Washington Capitals. The Capitals did not look like the President's winners. But when you give them 8 power plays and they connect on 5 of them, hello, that's a problem. That is, I think all 6. No, 8 power plays and they connected on 6 of them. I think all 6 goals were power play goals, except for maybe the Ovechkin one. So I was wrong. All right, 5 power play goals. Really? That's embarrassing. And I told you in my preview show that was going to be a problem. That was going to be the thing that they needed to shut down, was their power play, because it's lethal, and we couldn't do the job. So the Flyers fall 6-1. We're down 3-0. Maybe we can have a comeback like 2010, but I highly doubt it. Capitals are a way better team. They are way better than the Flyers. They're way better than that Bruins team in 2010. They have a better goaltender than that Bruins team did in 2010. Your goal scorers, Michael Raffo gets on the board first for the Flyers. Johansson gets on the board for the Caps in the first period. Ovechkin, with that lethal wrist shot of his, gets on the board for the Caps in the second. Kuznetsov, Carlson, Ovechkin, and Beagle all score for the Capitals in the third period. My 3 stars of the game, all Capitals, because they were all over the Flyers in this game. Ovechkin with the first star, Holtby with the second star, and Carlson with the third star. Folks, I am embarrassed to be a Flyers fan right now. I have faith in my team. Hopefully we can just take one game from them. At least we won't get swept. That's what we can do right now, is just don't get swept. Take one game and anything can happen, but I highly doubt it. I'm a realistic Flyers fan, but I bleed orange and black, folks. and I am very, very frustrated. So I will see you guys after game four on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I believe it's on Comcast Sportsnet for those who live in the Philadelphia area, NBC Sports Network for those who live nationwide. Uh, game four, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 4 o'clock for those who live on the West, between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Washington Capitals. And as I always end my episode, good night and good hockey.